Hello, so we actually have some sunshine today. Well, not quite sunshine, but not torrential rain, so I'll take it. So I've popped up to the allotment quickly at lunchtime just to get a few jobs done. I want to sow some more carrots. I'm going to actually sow them into a container. They're a small round snacking carrot, so hopefully they'll be well suited to growing in a bucket. I'm going to try and plant out some of the cabbage seedlings that we've had just sat outside the front of the polytunnel for weeks now. So I'm going to try and get those into the bed where I put the mushroom substrate at the bottom, and I'm also going to pull some onions. They're not all quite ready yet, but they are looking quite good, and I'm going to pull one up for dinner later. So let's crack on before it starts to rain again. So first off, I'm going to get the carrots sown. So this is definitely the last chance to get a harvest in the autumn, winter off these. I might be a little bit too late, to be honest. That's why I've picked a smaller fast cropping variety. So these are Paris Market, and they're a snacking carrot, so they're designed to be grown in a container. And I'm going to actually grow them in a washing up bucket. They've got holes in the bottom, and we already had these, so might as well use them. But I'm going to sow them really thinly so that I don't have to essentially go in and thin them out and attract carrot fly. I'm gonna sieve the compost. I've just got a peat-free multi-purpose compost from B&Q, but it does have quite big chunks of essentially wood in, so I'm gonna sift it all through, and then I'm gonna sow them thinly into the containers, and then I'm gonna pop them to one side somewhere on the other side of the plot and hopefully just forget about them and then get a harvest from them in maybe September, October time. If they are still going in October, I'll have to pull them up and then store them somehow. But that could just be in sand or a paper bag or cupboard under the stairs, or you could just preserve them somehow, pickle them or whatever. But that's something that I'll deal with if I get that good of a harvest. But yeah, we'll see how these get on. I've never actually grown them in a container before. I haven't had much luck with carrots in general, to be honest, but we'll see how these get on. So I've sieved all of the compost, and in the top I'm just left with all of the big chunkier bits, the pieces of wood, the larger bits of manure and things. And in the bucket I now have really nice thin compost. So I'll sow the carrots thinly on top, thinly being the important word in that. I need to remember to do it thinly so that I don't have to go back in and thin them out. What you can do as well though, if you do sow them too thick, too heavy, which I am prone to, when they are ready you can go in and thin them out and just harvest them. So you could pick the younger carrots first and then you could still eat them, and then wait for the other ones to get a bit bigger and then harvest them as well. So it is thinning them out as such, but you're gonna get a harvest from them, so it's a win-win. That's the carrots sown and watered and put to the other side of the plot. But I think I might try and see how the carrots are doing that I sowed a few months ago. I'm gonna do some roast veggies for dinner with the beetroot harvest that I picked yesterday, so if I could get some other stuff from the allotment that would be really good. So fingers crossed that they are growing nicely, and we might actually be able to eat one of them tonight. Ooh, that is exciting. Let's see if we can get another one. Okay, this one looks pretty good. Okay, I think these were a Chantilly variety, so these have probably done quite nice. Okay, let's try and get one more. Yes! Nice. I might pick one more. This is addictive. So I'm actually quite happy with these. I didn't really expect them to do much just because of previous years. I've never really got that great of a harvest from carrots. It looks like quite a lot of them might actually be ready to pull. So I might pull them up, clear this bed, because I do want strawberries to go in there anyway, and then could pickle them. I do like sweet pickled carrots. I've done that last year when we got a purple haze, lovely sort of dark purple variety carrot. But these are going to get roasted for dinner tonight with some onions that I'm going to pick and some homegrown beetroot that I picked the other day. So very, very happy with these. And it also looks like there might be some onions doing quite nicely in here. They're not quite ready to be harvested yet. They haven't flopped over, which is the telltale sign that they're ready. That one might be actually, but I'm gonna pull one or two of them up just to have for dinner tonight, and I'll leave the rest for a little while longer. But yeah, the plan for all the way along here is to just have strawberries in all of these beds along the front of the polytunnel. But the strawberries are currently in a container that I brought back from Hampton, but they seem pretty happy in there, to be honest. Strawberries don't seem that fussy about where they're growing, so I think they will be fine. And I'll just let these grow a little bit longer because it looks like it could be quite a decent onion harvest that we'll get. Our cabbages here that I'm going to get planted out. These are a variety called Killerton F1, and they're a Dutch white type, a ball variety, which are resistant to disease and club root. They're really good in coleslaws and they do store really well as well. So I have 12 in total, so I'm going to get them planted out into the bed where I put the mushroom substrate, and hopefully we might get some mushrooms popping up as well. They have been munched a little bit just by a few caterpillars and things, but they have been sat outside of the polytunnel for quite a while, and they were sown in May time, so probably could have been put out a little bit sooner. They do have roots sticking through the bottom, so definitely time for them to be potted on. You can actually grow these in containers as well, not necessarily in grow bags, but they would grow okay in a container too. But I've got 12, so I'm going to space them out quite nicely and get them in this bed and see how they go. And got the cabbages planted in there, so I haven't given them a water because it started absolutely lashing it down, so made a dash for it into the polytunnel and about to make a dash for it to the car. But thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, do the things, but I'll see you very soon.